Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are playing, this is 7 Deadly Sins Idle. I thought I'd do a review on it. So I've been playing the game quite a bit the past, or since its release really, and I thought I'd do a video on it because, you know, I've been playing the game for a little while and I'll go over my thoughts on it. So, overall I think the game is quite good for an Idle game. It's quite good. They recently had quite a big update that was insane. They basically went back, they reset all of the achievements, so you can get all the achievements again from the story, from like the episode like 1 to whatever episode you're at now. You get a bunch more rewards, and it was kind of nice. So currently here is just draw 3 cards, just draw 3 cards. I can just put on multiple and I could do that as well, but I feel like the game is very rewarding for an idle game. The rates are okay. The rates actually get better the more you summon, which is actually what I like. So initially when I saw the rates, I was a little iffy about it, so let me just show you what I mean. Wrong one. So go to Bonds. So Bonds are currently the banner. Currently, that's out. So, you cannot access these banners until you've reached a certain level of summon. As you can see, I'm at level 7 summon. If you go to rates, you can't actually summon on the banner until you reach summon level 5, where you can then unlock the legendary rarity characters. Which is, I kind of like it. It sort of rewards you the more you summon, and it goes all the way to level 10, where you actually get basically a 50% increase from the lowest level. So you see it's 1, and you go to the max, it's now 1.5. Of course, this is a rare banner as well, but like there's lots of half-decent characters in the banner. It's kind of good. I do hope that they don't put too many, like, they don't make too many exclusive characters. They don't just get filled into the standard banner, which would be kind of nice. I do hope they do that. Also, okay, how the summoning works. So every time you reach a pity marker, you get a certain amount. So here you got 1 bond, you got 1 bond, you got 2 bonds, you got 2 bonds, so on and so forth, more and more. That is because you need more copies of the character to level them up when you've reached a certain amount, basically. Where is my bond? My bond's 3-star. So I need 5 more copies of him to get him to 4-star. I like that, but it also means it's going to take a very long time to level up, and I do understand that is sort of these idle games do a lot. Like Nikke does that a lot. You need like 3 shoots at max, really. You could go for the whole, 13 and get him like properly max. We only need 3 really to get them to max level. But yeah, it's a not too bad game. They've got like so many characters we don't actually have in the normal game. You've got this lady here who I don't know who she is. She's part of the Vampires of Edinburgh apparently. You've got Nerabasta, who this is I think the same like picture they use in the game in Grand Cross. They've just imported onto here. I don't understand why they just don't make these characters in Grand Cross. Even if they just bring them as like an event seasonal, like Zaneri. Zaneri and Jenna are both seasonal characters that only have 1 of 1. I don't understand why they can't do that with some of these characters. Like Nerabasta could have been a Valentine's Day character, and it would have worked. It would have been fine. Of course, we recently got Gelda, so anything is really possible. But yeah, you got Gelda in this game as well. I'm missing a few of the characters. Let me just go to the summons again, and we can actually see who's in the game. Because there's a lot of characters from Grand Cross that should really be in Grand Cross, but they're not. We've got Grey Road. This is where he's been the whole time. He's been 7DS Idle instead. That's really it. And you got like Fraudrin, like not Dreyfus Fraudrin, which is what we actually have in the game. Once again, he is lost in this game. But yeah, it's nice to see characters like that. It sort of feels like they should be in Grand Cross. I kind of wish they were in Grand Cross. And of course, then you've got like the movie characters, more rather random characters, and then of course the standard Grand Cross ones, even including this guy who is like the Meliodas of the Sky Temple place. Because you're like the Liz counterpart and the Melly counterpart. I'm actually surprised we didn't get this guy in the game. We got Elate instead of this guy. I'm surprised we didn't get both. But yeah, he's also in this game as well. And you also got the dad, and then you got Gotha, like big Gotha. Actually, this isn't even Gotha. It's just the Holy Night one. Okay, I thought this was Gotha. Because of course, Grand Cross has the festival version where Gotha's in that mech suit. But yeah. I like this stuff. I do like the more you summon, the more you get rewarded. The banner lasts for long periods of time. The standard banner doesn't have a pity, but you get summons for it so often. Like, doing your daily gives you a summon for it. It's absurd. Like, if I go to dailies, we'll have a look at them. Dailies, you get 100 diamonds. It's like, you need like 100 to do a 10 moe, basically. And 10 moes aren't even that much. And then, of course, you get 30 diamonds just from doing draws. But the reason why I don't mind the rates being not bad, but low, is because how many summons you get. Look at these. Like, 30 ago. This is nothing. You can literally do it in like turns of 100. Like, that's how insane it is. It's insane. But I do like that. Stage system, or the fighting system, we'll just quickly just show it up. I don't think I can beat this boss, but we'll just do it anyway. We'll just do this. So you click on this. You can also do auto as well, so if you're extremely over-leveled. And then we'll just fight the boss. It is auto completely. You can change, for certain bosses, like the big, like every 100 levels is like a massive boss, like one of the quite hard ones. You can change the order in which the ultimates are played in, which is quite nice because there's like a different ultimate system in comparison to this one. So as you can see, I beat the stage, wow. You know, and now I get a reward. And now this is where the repeatable missions come in. So they did reset all of these rewards, which is quite nice. That was in the most recent update. They also changed a few other things as well. I lost, she had 1 HP, okay. Maybe there's a certain buff or something you need to remove or something. We also got this as well, which is like universal buffing as well. You don't start with all eight heroes on the field, you actually have to unlock them. Quite kind of cool, sort of gives you something to work towards. And after that, there's not really much you can work on. You can work on like this, which boosts the amount of like the enlightening you can have, or the draw card power, as well as the draw card multiplier as well, all that kind of stuff. But overall, it's just like, it's a fun game. Like, it's not a bad game. If you want a good idle game, it's pretty simple. After you do your daily stuff, you can just get off. Like PvP, it does have a PvP, but I've only versed bots. It's like your standard thing. It's like your standard one. Though. I just do auto set. I don't know how to build a good team yet. I just do auto set at the moment. Oh wow, 900k. It's not a real player. You just press skip. That's what it is. There's no proper. It's all like Brawl. That's what it feels like. It feels like Brawl, which I know isn't a very liked game mode in Grand Cross, but that's what it sort of feels like if I had to compare it to anything. It's not a bad game. I don't mind this. Of course, the points you get, it's kind of standard. I don't really know if they reset over like a period of time, because I always feel like I have the same amount of points every single time. Every week, because I know there is like a weekly PvP reward like in Grand Cross, but in this game they give you diamonds as well as the ticket summons to summon on the default banner as well, which is quite nice. When you get a legendary rarity character, it'll immediately offer you a bundle which enables you to purchase more of that character for real life money. But it means, you know, if you don't want to have to keep summoning to get the character again, you could buy it and technically get the character 1 star instead of them being 0 star, which is it's okay. It's definitely not like as bad as solo leveling, where every 2.5 seconds you get, oh, you might like this, and it's like a pop-up for like a £24 like subscription thing. Like, I don't care. I do like the fact that they've not implemented this into this. There's no like insane pop-ups. Yeah, there's a pop-up every now and again, but it's only when you unlock a character for the first time. Or if you've got like this on auto and you run out, we'll eventually see this, but I'll talk about it. But when you run out, it'll come, oh, you can buy this, you can get extra draw power for this money. We didn't get an event then, but that's fine. But overall, it's a good game. Of course, currently it is only available in I think Malaysia and the UK, the ones that have the open beta currently. Your progress does transfer. I'm currently playing on BlueStacks because it's not on iOS, because iOS doesn't, for some reason, like it. I don't know. You can't play on iOS. iOS just says pre-register even though I'm in a country where I can play it, which is kind of weird, but it is how it is. So I'm playing on PC. But it's fine. It's okay, you know, maybe I don't log onto it as much as I should for an idle game, and that's mainly because I have to load up my PC, I have to load up BlueStacks, all that kind of stuff, and BlueStacks isn't the most stable, unfortunately. Well, problems I've noticed with this game on BlueStacks, if you are planning to play it on BlueStacks, at least until, you know, let's say you've got an iPhone and you're waiting for it to come onto iPhone, or you've used a VPN to download it onto, you know, BlueStacks so you can play it on your PC, because let's say you don't live in the UK or Malaysia, there are slight performance issues where the game will just freeze for no reason. I'm not sure if that's a problem on the game or a problem with BlueStacks, but sometimes the game will just freeze. There's nothing you can do about that. Mainly, it does happen when you're summoning, when you do like 100 summons, because you can do it where it does like 100 summons at once, and the game will freeze for a second, then it'll do the summons, and sometimes it just won't unfreeze. It'll reveal like half the characters you got, and then it'll just freeze. That's a slight problem. But of course, I'm not sure if that's, you know, on the game's end, or on, you know, BlueStacks, because BlueStacks isn't the most stable of emulators. I found that out because back in the day when I used to make videos, there was no, there you go, as you can see here, buy extra thing, doesn't matter. That only comes up when you reach 0, so it's not too big of a problem. But when I used to play Grand Cross, when I used to make videos on it at the start, the only way you could play Grand Cross on PC was through an emulator, because they didn't have the PC port at the time, which actually was the PC port has been quite a recent addition, but it's kind of nice. I do hope that they make a PC port of this idle game. Yes, you know, it's made for, you know, the phone, but, you know, so was Grand Cross at the start. It was made for you to play it on iPhone, or not iPhone, but just phones in general. And I would like for them to make a PC port of this, because it's in their mobile game. They can do it. They have of course, they have their own launcher now. Origin will, of course, come to their port sort of thing, so that's fine. I like how Grand Cross is on it, JP's on it, Solo Leveling is on their port now. And I just feel it's a good game. I enjoy playing this. Of course, you know, it's an idle game, so when you sort of reach the ceiling of like as far as you can go, it may take you quite a while to get past that ceiling. But I feel like that's just standard with every idle game. That's something you should expect from an idle game, is stuff like that, and also like summoning. You have to summon a copious amounts to get characters. Like, I need 132 copies of Liz to get her to Super Awakening 1. That's what I'm guessing it is, because there's 12 Awakenings. If you go to Codex, this is what you get from like leveling up characters, like you get diamonds for leveling them up. Go to Awakening, says 12 stars, so I'm guessing 12 stars is Super Awakening, and the 13th star is True Awakening. That's what my guess is, at least. But you also get stat bonuses as well, which is kind of nice. It's sort of like once it makes you want to upgrade your box entirely, so you get these stat boosts, which is kind of nice. It sort of feels like Grand Cross's like box EC Constellation sort of thing, but in a better way. In this game, I feel like it's a lot better, because you can see here I've got 136 million box EC basically. But of course, you know, stuff as you come onto here, like the Sacred Treasures give me, well, that's not how much it gives me, but it gives me a lot, sort of thing. And same with here, you've got like another Merlin stat booster. The only thing that is quite restrictive is that you do have to reach like episode, sorry, I think it's stage or episode, I don't know what they call it. I think it's episode like 400 to unlock this, episode 500 to unlock that, which I guess is just sort of like gatekeep it. So you can't just immediately access it, because this is Final Boss. This is basically Final Boss. Wow, ranked 160. But yeah, you can just fight this. I just once again do auto set, and then you do this. And there is also a point system on this as well. There's exchange shop, all that kind of stuff. While you're fighting Galland, you fight different stages of them, and I see that's the difficulty level of it. And you can see the health bar hit reaches 0, it then gets harder, and then of course then you've got the timer underneath it as well. Let me just skip it, because I don't need to watch that. But there you go, 222k. Let's see what that puts me in the world. Because of course, because this is only a 49th, because this is only available on, of course, in the UK and Malaysia at the moment. People are going to be higher ranked as all they want, you know, than what they actually are, and I feel like progress transfers. So of course, even if you're not from the UK or you're not from Malaysia, but you want to play this game because it looks interesting, you may want to play it like when it comes to your specific region. You can download it on BlueStacks or whatever. I don't know how you would do it, but there's probably a way you can download it on BlueStacks using like a VPN or something. But yeah, it's not bad. And then once again, if I want to, I can then, because it's an idle game. There's like a miss. You can miss attacks, which is the only thing I kind of don't like. You'll probably see a miss in a second, or not. There you go, miss, and that's what I don't like. So of course, score is going to be slightly RNG. As you can see here, I got 254k this time, which is a little bit higher than what I previously got. I don't like the miss bit, but I do understand it's an idle game, so I think miss is probably a little more common in idle games. Of course, you have like Nikke, who doesn't really have miss. It's sort of like skill. You have to aim the weapon. But once again, that's just a different sort of idle. That's an idle game to a degree. This is a full idle game. Nikke isn't really a full idle game. But it's also got like a pass as well, which once again you can pay for the upgraded version, which is not that expensive. $4.99 is not expensive, and of course, for the level 2 one, you get more rewards. Yes, it costs a little bit more, and then for the level 3 one, it costs the same, but the rewards are the same as well. But that's the good thing, is that it's not extremely overpriced. I wouldn't say that is extremely overpriced for all of those rewards on the right side. Look at all of them. That's a lot of rewards. I don't think that's overpriced personally, in comparison to like Solo Leveling, where I feel like everything is quite overpriced. But once again, you know, everyone has their own opinion on it. They have events as well. This is like a permanent event. Well, it's meant to be their launch celebration event. And you come to here, you go to the shop, you can buy 100 summons. Wow. You can buy 500 diamonds. There you go. And it's got to the point now where, like, you can do it every day. That shop resets every single day. You also got, like, auto summon as well, but I don't like to use it because I always feel like if I use auto summon, that's when it's going to freeze. So I've not, as you can see here, it's now just frozen. So now I have to pause the recording, close the game, and reopen it. This is the only real problem. You can hear the game audio in the background, but as you see, like, the game doesn't know what to do. Like, the animations are still playing, the game hasn't frozen. Like, BlueStacks hasn't frozen, the game is just, like, ceased to stop working. There's no way around it. I have to close the game and reopen it, so I'm back in a sec. And now here we are loading back into the game. It's quite easy. It's quite a quick load up. There's no really anything like that. There's no like long load up times or anything, which is quite nice. It says season. I think that means like this like knighthood boss, not knighthood boss, but like this Galan boss event. It's kind of cool. You got this dungeon where it's like where you farm gold because, of course, to level up your tavern, you have to get lots of gold, and it gets very expensive very quickly. And of course, the way to get gold is either through the cards. If you get lucky, you get the gold ones or the big hawk ones, which give you lots of gold. Or of course, you wait for it. Or you can do this, which is either you can clear one you've previously done, and this is the reward you get, or you complete a new one and you get the first time completion reward, which we'll do now. Switch up the team again. Cool. And you'll see I'll complete this, and I'll get a bunch of gold from it as well. So you've got to kill all the enemies in time. I don't think they do much damage to you. You've got to kill them all in time. There's 20 of them at the start, and you can see the number goes down. That's per one that's killed. And of course, here you have the timer as well, how long's left. I kind of wish it gave you a proper timer. Oh, and if you wanted, you can also see the stats here of the DPS over the character. With damage taken, which is none, and then healing, which is Liz. So Liz is kind of useless on that because she doesn't need to heal because no one's taking any damage. But yeah, once again, you sort of get the gist of it, on and on and on. You also have Tower Trials as well. This scales like stupidly. It goes from being like, oh, like 10 mil, right, to 29 mil on the second, on this 6th floor, which is insane. But yeah, and this one once again is for Merlin's Lab. This is something they also added, which is actually recent. Is these boxes? We'll actually have a go at it so I can show you. But these boxes have like a random chance of giving you like half decent rewards. You can get summons from it, diamonds, gold, like power. You can get so much card draw power. It's actually insane. And once again, this is just your team versus. As you can see, this is like this is like how ults work. You can actually put them in different orders as well. Once again, there we go. You get this, which allows you to have a chance of upgrading your Merlin thing, and then the boxes as well. I like this game. It's not bad. It's definitely not reinvented idle games, but it's definitely a fun idle game. It's not the worst I've played. It's definitely. It's one of the better ones I've played. Definitely. Of course, maybe that's because it's like Grand Cross, it's like 7 Deadly Sins themed, Grand Cross themed. Of course, this does also have the story as well, as you can see here. I'm like the Faisal Festival stuff. I mean, it's not a bad game. Give it a try yourself, and let me know your thoughts of the game in the comments if you've played it. And if not, you try out the game. It's fun. Of course, that's if you can. If you can't try out the game, we have no idea when it's meant to release. They've not informed us yet. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.